Morning everybody, how are you all doing? I hope you're doing really well. It's nice and sunny today, bit of a change. Not seeing the big orange ball in the sky for a while. It's good to have it back. Right, so there's two things I want to talk about this morning. To get off this, because it's like an absolute swamp around this area. I'm just checking it out. It's the first time I've been around here in a long time. And everywhere's a little bit soggy after all the rain that we've had. Right, so there's two things I want to talk about. The first being what Shablam Blam in a Bad Mood has said about illegal immigrants, asylum seekers. She claims, and I obviously say this with a big caveat, she claims that the government is going to stop giving assistance to these people. So no more benefits. Nothing like that. So you've got to ask yourself a question: what is she going to do? What is she going to do in its place? Now, she's already said as well that she's going to change the law, so people coming here claiming asylum can only stay short term. So that means that once their country is safe, they can go back. My issue with that is these people throw their ID away when they come to this country, so nobody actually knows where they're from. And if you don't know where they're from, how can you check to see if where they're from is safe to return to? So again, it's just smoke and mirrors. It's all just smoke and mirrors. It's just words. They'll end up kicking this down the road to the next government, so they don't have to worry about it in this term. Similar to what they've done with the grooming gang inquiry. They initiated a grooming gang inquiry, but then decided to, just stall it as much as possible until the point they're out of government and it doesn't matter anymore. That's what they're doing. They're just kicking it down the road for other people to do. So all those people jumping with joy about Shablam Blam in the Bad Moods words, don't get too excited. Think about the past. Think about what they've done in the past. They just deceive, lie, and everything is just a distraction. That's all they do. They're not really going to deliver this. And ask yourself, why now? Why is she doing this now? A lot of people saying it's because of the protests. The government is finally bowing to pressure. And I would say, what pressure? It's harsh to say, but the numbers have dropped off from the protests a little bit. Why didn't they bow to the pressure at the height of the protests in the summer? And if they really are bowing to pressure, why don't they just stop the boats completely? Why just treat the symptoms? Just go straight for the cure. Stop the boats completely. So I don't believe them for 1 second. Anything they say about what they're going to do with asylum seekers, illegal immigrants, or whatever, I don't believe them for 1 second. Just like I don't believe them 1 second about them smashing the gangs, because that's all smoke and mirrors too. Danny Tomo and Liam from Raise the Colours, they went across and they found out it's all a big scam. It's all a big scam. Basically, half of these people already have French citizenship. They've been granted asylum. They've got French citizenship. But the difference is, in France, they're not getting houses built for them. They're not getting allowance with money. They're getting the bare minimum. They've actually got to work in France for the money. So they just think, oh, stuff this. I'm not working for what I want. I'll just go to the UK where they just give everything for free. And who wouldn't? Who wouldn't do that? So they just toss their ID, their documents, drop all the clothes, everything, and then they just come here. So it's all a big scam, it's all a big sham, it's all smoke and mirrors and rubbish. Don't believe anything that anybody in authority tells you, is my opinion, because it's bullshit, all of it. Absolutely. Right, so we're in for some world-class hypocrisy now. Because what do we always say? What do we always say to the... just putting that in my pocket, it's dropping out. What do you always say to the lefties? How many people are you willing to take into your home when you say refugees are welcome here? And they never answer. They always come up with excuses. Oh, we haven't got enough room. I rent. There's always an excuse. They never ever want to take in the people that they're advocating to stay in this country. They never want to take any of these people in, none of them. The ones that claim they do have refugees are lying through their teeth. They're lying. So what am I talking about? So the deputy leader of the Green Party has lobbied against an asylum hotel being located in her area. The absolute hypocrisy of that. And this is what we've all been saying. I said it at the protest last week. You want the refugees here, just not in your neighbourhoods, just not in your houses. Now, apparently, allegedly, the deputy leader of the Green Party, she has £1 million mansion, gated mansion with walls around it, borders. Ironic, isn't it? Swimming pool. She doesn't want these people in her community. What a surprise! And this is the hypocrisy of these people. They don't want the threat in their community, but they just want it in ours. Absolute scumbags, absolute hypocrites. And they just confirm everything we say. Everything we think about these people is true. It's true. They're just massive hypocrites in everything that they say. This is Vindicator, signing off.